Whew,
the sewing machine.
we are getting close to the end of this build, but the last big thing we need to do is put this, is upholster the couch slash bed futon setup. And so,
How are you talking to me this whole time?
and so here's the fabric. That's what's gonna go. There's two layers. They're gonna have 2 layers for the back and the bottom. So there's that big sheet of fabric, and it's gonna get on that little sewing machine right there. I'm gonna sew it all up, and then somehow I'm gonna get the thing mounted to the mattress. Since there's no wood underneath, I can't just staple it. It has to be free floating on there. So this will be a fun challenge for me. I'm actually looking forward to figuring out how I'm gonna make this thing work. Very exciting. Alright, I am sewing. Next step, I got it cut in half, and now I'm sewing the edges up. You can see them here. Sewing the edges up around, and I will be making the couch cover. So this is just the next little step. So we borrowed this sewing machine from someone who had it in storage, and so, you know, I assumed it would be a little temperamental. I spent almost 2 hours making it sew right. I had to get my my gun oil out. It's kind of the same as sewing machine oil. To oil it all up, I had to change out, oh my gosh, it took forever. But it's finally working properly, and so getting this thing all sewn up. I'm almost done with this bottom piece, and I'm starting the top piece afterwards. This is exciting stuff to watch. Let me speed this up for you, okay? Can you hear that? This thing is touchy and temperamental. My old sewing machine was so much nicer. It works so good. Oh, ugly. Look at this stitch. Don't judge me. Ugh. See, it was good. Nice stitch, and then it turned ugly. But looks like it's gonna hold, so I'll just get it all cleaned out and reset and do the other one. Alright, I'm going to show you putting it on next. Alright, so it's about an hour and a half later. Got it all sewn up. I had to fight with the machine for another half an hour until I finally got it to make a nice even stitch for me, and then it went quicker after that. But to do this by hand with a needle and thread all day, so I am thankful for someone loaning us a sewing machine that just needed some tune-up and work, and now it runs really good now with all the adjustments. So let's get this thing on here. I have never done this before, ever. So we're just doing this together and seeing what it looks like. I'm just kind of throwing it on and seeing what I need to do next. I have an idea of how I want to put it on, but I just want to see what it looks like on there and how I'm going to get it all tucked and pulled tight and everything. So this is our next little step. It's going to be a close fit. Looks pretty good though. Like it. Let me see. Alrighty. So, took a long time for me test fitting it. God, it's been at least an hour because the space is so small and I have no clean place outside to do it. I had to do it in this small of a space. And the first one I had to do laying down, or I felt like I had to do it laying down. And so, man, did it take forever to get it lined up and crisscrossed. But it feels pretty good now, at least initially, for the initial. And so let's just go ahead and finish lacing this guy up. And I think it'll hold pretty well. I haven't had to use hot glue to kind of hold things in place yet. I've just been working real slow to make sure it turns out well. So let's look at this, let's get this thing on here and you can see what it's like all laced up. So that's kind of the way it'll go. This will get lashed down, and I'll probably connect this one, the two sides together, and the two ends together to get them cinched in, and I think that'll do it. The hard thing is figuring out if I did it too tight, because this is flat as a bed, no issues, but it has to be a couch and a bed. So I'm doing this, I'm trying to do it like not too tight, but tight enough so that it can be a couch and a bed without like being, you know, in a straitjacket and not being able to move. But we'll see what happens. So that's kind of what's going on, just kind of lashing it in. If it ever needs to be taken apart and washed, I guess you just got to relace it back up. I did it once, I got this video to show me how I did it, so I can do it again, right? Alright, thanks everybody. Well, I'll show you the finished product and then I'll be done. Alright, so I got it all installed. It's a little more saggy than I would have hoped, but I don't know what else to do when it, you know, folds from two different positions, but I think it looks pretty good. Doesn't look bad at all to me. There's my swamp cooler. I haven't really talked about this yet. There's a ton of them on YouTube how to make them, but it works really well. And with R26 in the ceiling and R15 in the walls, or no, 6 and 6, yeah, R15 in the walls, it does a great job with the ceiling fans and stuff. I mean, even in 100-degree heat, it's not that hot. And by bedtime, you're totally putting on a blanket, and it's 100 degrees during the day. So a vast improvement over the van, which you would be naked on top of the covers till after midnight. You couldn't even put a sheet on you till after midnight. And so going to bed at 9 and it being a little chilly is pretty darn cool. All right, there she blows. It's the last big project. Table's done. It's a folder. I haven't painted the leg yet. Bye, everybody.